Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. In today's video I'm going to fertilize my rose plants, and also I'm going to use a preventative method so that way I can avoid any bugs or pests on my roses. Normally, as you know, they say prevention is better, so it's better to use preventative methods than looking at your rose bushes and then you see there's bugs on there. So why not try to avoid it before it happens? So that's what we're gonna do here. But friends, look at the new growth on here. We pruned these in mid-March and look how everything looks so lush. So today we're gonna fertilize them, and also I'm gonna spray them just to avoid any bugs or unwanted pests on our beautiful rose bushes, right? Let me take you over to my setup area so I can share with you what I'm going to use to fertilize and also my preventative method. Alrighty, so we're not going to be drinking iced tea today, okay? So give me a chance and I'll explain to you what's going on here. So first, I purchased these from heirloomroses.com. You know, I like doing my research. So I went on heirloomroses.com website, and you know, they're a very reputable company. So I figured, why not use their method to take care of my rose bushes, right? So I have double knockout roses and I have specialty roses from them. So what I'm gonna use to prevent any insect from my rose bushes is Dr. Earth Final Stop for use in organic gardening, yard and garden insect killer. This is the concentration. So I already have my mix set up here. So just get a spray bottle with a nozzle looking something like this. And I went according to the instructions, and I already prepared it off camera. But friends, this smells amazing. Look at the active ingredients in here. We have rosemary oil, sesame oil, peppermint oil, thyme oil, cinnamon oil, garlic oil. It smells really, really good. And it's really easy to use. It gives you the instructions here. It says mix or dilute 2 ounces per gallon of pure water in tank sprayer. Easy to use in hose and sprays. So this is my bottle I'm using. It's already mixed. So we're gonna spray the roses from top to bottom. And friends, I did this last year, but it was after the fact when I saw insects on the rose bushes. It wasn't before. So this year I'm like, I'm gonna treat my roses before. Why not do it before instead of after you have the problem, right? And over here, friends, yes, as I said to you before, it's not green tea iced tea. Guess what this is? So they have this Founders Fish Fertilizer. I already prepared this off camera, but if you look, they'll show you exactly what's in here. And if you want, you can check out their website and you could get more detailed information. So it's derived from acidulated fish solubles stabilized with phosphoric acid. It's product developed and produced in the USA using many species of fish for greater mineralization. Oh my goodness, could you imagine that? So on their website, I saw the reviews. The reviews were very good, but they did warn you that it smells really stink. And you know what, friends? I smell it and the smell didn't bother me. So to each their own, right? So I mixed it already, and it gave you the measurements here. Really easy to use. So this should probably take me, I could probably do 2 or 4 roses with this mix. So here's a tip for you. So it says you can mix it in a gallon. So for example, right here, it says mix 4 ounces per gallon of water to make dilution, right? So if you don't have any fancy measuring bottle and all that stuff, this is a gallon. So that's where the idea came from. So this is a gallon. So all I did was just measure 4 ounces in here. But friends, whatever you use, I recommend after you finish use this, throw it away, because it's gonna smell, right? And if you use something in the house, it's probably gonna be hard to get a fish smell out. So why not just use a bottle where you can recycle it, wash it out, recycle it, throw it away, whatever you want to do. So that's where this idea came from. I'm just gonna use a iced tea or a milk jug water bottle, and I already add the fish in there. That's why the color looks like green tea. And on top here, friends, I have holes poked in here, okay? So I don't have to touch it, I don't have to mess around with it. So anyway, so let's go ahead, and first we're gonna spray the roses just for preventative reasons, and then we're gonna fertilize them after. And friends, the reviews were amazing. People said after they use this fish fertilizer, their roses that were half dead literally bloomed, and it made a huge difference. So I'm gonna try this with you, and as it warms up and our roses start to bloom, I will let you know what I think. But let's get over here and let's spray these roses. So here's this one. I think this one is Sierra. This one is called Sierra. I'll put a picture on the screen for you so you can see what it looks like. So basically I'm just spraying from head to bottom and underneath and around. Friends, it smells so good. It really does. I remember last year I had some tiny worms on my roses, and I don't know where they came from, and I sprayed them and the spray worked, but I had to just keep up with it. So this year I pruned these really hard, as you saw in my previous pruning video, and look at the new growth coming out here. I told you guys, do not be afraid to prune your rose bushes. They're very strong plants and they grow stronger for you. And here's a tip for you. If you're gonna do this, make sure it's not gonna rain. I'm not expecting rain, probably maybe Thursday, maybe 4 days from now. So if you're gonna treat your roses, make sure there's no rain in the forecast, because you want this to be on here so that way the product works how it's supposed to. So you get up underneath here, you spray it up, you know, just go around the plant and spray. Make sure you don't miss any areas in there. And I think this one is the happy birthday. So these ones, I got these from Heirloom Roses last year. I think it was more later summer, and I did get a few small blooms. But this year I am excited just to see what they're gonna do. So go around the plant, get up in there, get all in between, because you know these pests lay their eggs wherever, however they can. So just don't spray around the plant. Get up all underneath your rose bushes, right? I know sometimes we think roses are hard to take care of. They're definitely high maintenance, right? You have to prune them, treat them, because a lot of them are very prone to different diseases. But friends, the blooms you get from roses, oh, it's worth it. It's worth every bit of it. Alrighty, so those guys are good. And friends, I like the force on this spray bottle. Do you see that? So if there's any tiny bugs or insects, whatever on here, it would just knock it off, right? So get something that has a strong nozzle. You can go to the dollar store, or even if you have an existing cleaning product bottle, you can use one of those. So I like how it's really strong. So we're just gonna go around here and go a little bit crazy spraying these roses, and then I'll go in the front and I'll do the same thing. I have lost count of how many roses I have in the garden. I have a lot, in my opinion. Alright friends, here's our fish fertilizer. Go in here. I took the cap off, so I'm just gonna pour right there, and probably it said this could be 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 roses, so I think I'm just gonna use this for 3 roses. How's that? So that's the other one, and I just took the cap off just to make it easier. And remember to get to the root of your rose, okay? You don't want to put this on top of the foliage. It's not going to help the foliage. It has to go to the root. And then I'm just going to give it a swirl like this, You know what it smells like? It reminds me of cod liver oil. As a child growing up in the Caribbean, my parents would always give this to me. It's cod liver oil. It's a vitamins. So if you ever had cod liver oil, you let me know in the comments down below. This is what this smells like. And cod liver oil is made from fish. There you go. So make sure you get to the root of the plant and pour it in there. There you go. So there's no residue or no pieces or chunks of fish in there. So I'm gonna make more and go around the garden, capture all of my roses. Okay friends, so this is exactly what it looks like. There's no liquid, there's no water in here. So this is what it looks like. Do you see how thick that is? So I'm just gonna add water to it and shake it and then apply the solution all over again. Alright friends, so I'm done applying fertilizer and the preventative method to all of my rose bushes in the garden. So I'll give you an update. I have this rose bush garden here. This is under construction still. You can see the other pot over there. But as I said to you, I do have a lot of roses throughout the garden. So I just apply it to every rose in the garden. And remember not to do this, especially the spring. Remember not to do this when it's going to rain, because you want the product to stay on the foliage and all of that to help against the insects that might come over on your roses. And then the fish fertilizer, I'll keep my eyes on that. I'm not sure how much you need to fertilize your plant. As I said, you can do your research and see, but I think I'm gonna leave it alone maybe until in the summer and probably fertilize it some more. As I said to you before, I like to do my own research and take care of my plants in my garden from the research I do. But I'll share with you how it did, how it worked, and I'll share these beautiful roses with you when they're in bloom. All right friends, let me know what product you use to treat your roses, and also what do you use to fertilize your roses, right? So I'll see you in the next one friends. Take care of yourselves now. Cheers.